Today in business, you're looking for an advantage in any way you can, and we've got a real thrill for you right now. Matter of fact, as you can see on the screen right now, I've got two wonderful guys from Blue Microphone. You'll see we have Ty Schultz, who is the COO, and we have the founder and president, Skpper Wise, over there. Gentlemen, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm really excited about what you're doing. Matter of fact, I'm using your equipment right now. I love it, and I'm a jaded journalist here. Matter of fact, using one of yours right now, this snowball right here, which is really nice, and we've got it hidden down here so that way it doesn't even show up on the video. But great little tool. Tell me a little bit about the story behind Blue Microphone, how you got started, and what you do with it.
Well, just stepping in for Skpper real quickly, the company was founded because Skpper and Martin's, one's a professional recording artist. Skpper has 17 albums, 4 #1 hits, a couple pop hits in Europe, and Martin's, who's a professional acoustics engineer, got together repairing vintage microphones. They sort of became known in the industry as the place to go if you had a $10,000 vintage microphone that didn't work anymore and you needed to fix it. Mm-hmm. In so doing, they became experts sort of in the actual construction and makeup of microphones, and in the early 90s, when digital became popular, recognized that no microphones at the time were being made for digital, meaning they were, all the microphones up until that point were mid-range focused from a sonic signature
kind of
perspective.
A flat sound to it.
Well, and I'll just interject one quick thing. When you made an album in those days, if you had too much top end in it, too much bottom end, you'd have to limit those. Otherwise, you'd lose level in the record, and you'd have a lot of surface noise. So you were limited on bandwidth.
Yeah,
so
bottom line, it didn't sound as good. Yeah, as a matter of fact, those who are listening to the broadcast right now that we have here on Skype, we're using Skype video and using a call recorder for this. You can hear the quality of the sound is just amazing, and those subtle little differences communicate, and I think that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Well, a microphone capsule's like a song. That's why I always say that if you have a bad song, but great musicians, great studio, it's just going to be bad music recorded well. So really the heart of the matter is creating the capsule in a microphone. And if you've done a good job with the capsule, then from there on you have a good foundation to make something that would be a quality product. Now we have an outline at Blue when we create things, and as Ty was mentioning, that outline is to create things that are what we call application specific. In other words, like Ty pointed out, this wonderful voice that you have, we have a microphone that captures that called the Mouse, and the Mouse came about because I was working on an album with some of the guys from a group called Take 6. Mm-hmm. And one of the singers, a guy named Vinny, who's the bass singer, kept going ba-doom-a-doom and during the track, and we were trying to make sure that this bass sound sounded good on little speakers, not just the big speakers. So we wound up creating a capsule that was tunable, and we actually tuned the capsule via a little device that my partner Martin Salzbrun's created, our engineer, and he was able to tune the capsule. It was just perfect for a bass vocalist, and we found that this was great on broadcast people like yourself, and great on bass instruments like an upright bass or an electric bass or even a kick drum, and the whole series of products we've created became application specific. What sounds good on a saxophone? What sounds good on an acoustic guitar? What sounds good on a female vocal?
I was just going to say that the beauty of that is that where you for the snowball, for instance, or for being application specific. When he says application specific, I know exactly what he means, and that certainly is the case with our professional microphones. With our consumer microphones, the way that gets carried out is know what you're doing and be the best in the world at it. So, for instance, with the snowball, the great example there is if you're Skyping, or with the eyeball, for instance, and you're talking to your parents or your family from 10,000 miles away. Do you want to sound like "Hi, Daddy, I love you" or "Hi, Daddy, I love you"? Mm-hmm. And that is it's the difference between standard definition and high definition for audio, and carrying the emotion that is all part of communication and interpersonal communications along with with what the message is.
We are a communicative company. That's the way we look at it. How can you make audio better? Because you can make better communication. There's also an emotional aspect that we put into the products. I think I was sharing a story with you earlier when we were creating the snowball. One of the things that we thought was so wonderful is that how do we put our life into it, and that's what we always do with Blue. And I play softball every Monday night, and Ken Niles, our art czar over here, who's one of my closest friends over at Blue, him and I were playing catch, and he said, you ought to make a microphone out of a softball. And sure enough, we brought home a 4-inch round Dudley softball to Blue, and we measured it, and if you pick that up in your hand right now and cup your hand over it, you'll notice
it's right just here. If we look at it, does look like a softball, about the same. Is it the actual size of a softball?
It's to the T.
I love it. And the sound quality, again, is just superb in the way that you put this together. And I think in business, that comes across and it says a lot, because you can use this now for the Skype video, but you can use this for creating audio messages as well. However, as we're talking about video, I can't let you guys get away without telling me about this wonderful little device. I've tested it myself, is your new eyeball here. Now, this is for video. It also has audio built into it. For me, I don't know all the technical side, but it seems exceptionally good. Talk to me about this one.
Well, the wonderful thing about the eyeball, video itself, it's the first HD.
Yeah, it's the first dual HD audio and video webcam.
And you're using that right now yourself there?
Exactly.
Correct. Now, you're limited, of course. The bandwidth of your connections limits the video. I mean, if you're using the eyeball, let's say with iMovie or one of the programs for recording yourself on your computer, you're going to get that beautiful quality. Of course, you lose some of that bandwidth when you start traveling over the internet. Right. But the thing that we found out, especially what was offered out in the marketplace, is nobody was paying attention to the audio aspects. And as you can tell, the audio sounds so wonderful, and we are an audio company. Right. We were able to add CD type digital quality to the actual product. So not only do you get quality video, but you get this incredible audio that our competitors aren't offering. The other thing that's unique about this is we have a camera, what we call the shuttle. And if you'll notice on this, I'm going to bring this right up here to the to our camera. Right. You can now, let's say some people aren't sure whether or not they're being seen by somebody, so if you want privacy, all you have to do is pop that shuttle in
and it goes right back.
That's right.
And you want to bring it back on, just touch it, it comes back out. The other thing, look how portable this item is. This is what's wonderful. It comes in its own little case. The case comes with its own USB cable. And then you can then take this, and let's say this is your laptop screen. You could actually put it on your screen and adjust it. And you can turn it and move it back and forth. Or you could put it on, let's say, your desk and have it look straight up at you, and then pull your video out. There you go.
You're good to go.
Exactly. And you see, this is really good in business, because then you get a chance to say, oh, see this thing we've got here? This is what it looks like. Oh, and what you do is, you see, I'll hold it up here, you press it like that, and it opens up like this, etc. You can do things with video that you could never do with text. As much as I love text, and I'm writing for newspapers, but I find that with the combination of the video, the audio, and the rich clarity that you have with Blue Microphone, it's amazing stuff. So I look at it, and these things, I mean, they're well worth the $500,000 you charge for each unit. That is what you charge, isn't it? That's what they're worth.
Well, if people are willing to pay it, that'd be great, but I don't think that's the case.
Really? You have them for less? How much would they be at a retail price?
Exactly. For both eyeball and snowball, the price is $99.99.
Wow, that's pretty good. In U.S. dollars, which is getting less and less all the time, but that's another story. We'll leave that for our economic session.
Exactly, and then there's a cousin product to the eyeball, which has the same form factor but just no webcam, which is the portable version, which specifically was designed because business travelers were literally carrying the snowball to China with them and asked us to make something smaller. And so that ultimately is what led the way to the form factor that the eyeball now has. It's called the Snowflake, and for that product, that's $69.99 for just the.
So carrying that snowball to China, last as long as a snowball in China, or I don't know, there's a saying about that somewhere. We won't get into it right now. But hey, guys, you've got a wonderful product here, a series of products. This snowball is fabulous. The eyeball, both at $99.95. Retail, you might find it a little bit less there on the street, but good quality. And for if you're watching this as a small business owner, a medium-sized business owner, you're traveling and you're moving around, this is a great way to connect with customers. That's what it's all about. We can talk about all the technical things. What matters is this can increase your revenue, and in times like these, you need all the competitive advantage you can get. Guys, if we want some more information, where's the website we go to get more information on this?
It's at www.bluemic.com.
Okay, www.bluemic.com, and get all the information there. Sounds good. Well, guys, thanks for joining us today, and we will look forward to hearing more from you in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And as in the words of Paul Harvey, as a tribute, good day.
Good day.